Travis Klineski here on this Friday morning, just shortly after 7 o'clock as I'm recording this here. Temperatures out there this morning all over the board from the sub-zero readings to the northwest to the upper 20s in the southeast. We've got mid and upper teens in the Tri-Cities. The reason I start off with temperatures today, and I don't normally show current temperatures because many of you watch this later in the day, but because today is more about the temperatures and quiet conditions out there for today. We're between storm systems, so that's where I'm starting off is with today's forecast for temperatures out there. And that's kind of a flip from what I normally do. But today's high is going to be in the mid and upper 20s up north, near 30 or so, 30 in Ord, 31 Central City. There are some clouds right away this morning up there to the north, some patchy mist or fog, nothing too thick, but should clear that out and get more sunshine later on today. Out west, we're dealing with some areas of patchy fog as well around Cook and Beaver City. That'll clear out and give us mostly sunny skies. Notice winds for most areas under 10 miles per hour today. Not a whole lot of wind out there. Low to mid 30s for the most part. We can see upper 30s in north central Kansas with quite a bit of sun for today. Tri-Cities, we may get some passing clouds here during the mid-morning hours, but then a lot of sunshine for most of the day, looking at low to mid 30s. Off towards the east, temperatures anywhere from the lower 30s around Columbus to the mid 30s and Lincoln to upper 30s, closer to the Nebraska-Kansas border. I'm going to call it partly to mostly sunny. You may actually see a period of mostly cloudy skies for a time here, I would say mid to late morning into the early afternoon hours, though, as some of those clouds pass through there. So that's today. Quiet conditions out there for today. How about the next several days? Again, as I said, quiet conditions expected today. The break between systems, we had that wintry mess yesterday and last night, and then we've got more to come tonight and tomorrow. Now notice, through 5 p.m., nothing. In fact, through midnight, most of us quiet. So if you have any evening plans, I know a lot of you like to do something on Friday nights, no problem whatsoever. I think we'll be fine. We'll see increasing clouds, a little chilly, not too bad though otherwise as we start to see snow enter the picture out west. We're kind of watching two areas to begin with around midnight or so, and that's off to the west, snow starts to move in. And off to the southeast, we may see more of a wintry mix movement. Let's play things out for another 3 hours here as we move towards 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, looking at that wintry mix of precipitation in the southeast parts of the area, either snow or more likely freezing rain or freezing drizzle. Meanwhile, snow really gets going out towards the west here. Tri-Cities, we may start to see some snow by 3 o'clock or so. Better chances, though, after 3 a.m. And I will also point out here, once again, we've been talking about this a lot for the last couple of months with these winter storms, the heaviest snows look to be to the north and west of the Tri-Cities. We'll play this out another 3 hours through 6 o'clock in the morning. That's when things really start to get going in the Tri-Cities area, some light to moderate snow moving in. Although we may see some freezing rain, I'm not going to rule it out, but better chances of freezing rain as you get to the southeast, better chances of just plain old snow to the northwest, including pockets of heavy snow for a time. Now, this is a quick moving storm system. That is the good news with this thing, so we're not going to have to deal with it for a long period of time. Another 3 hours through. Again, notice the heavier snows to the north and to the northwest of the Tri-Cities. Meanwhile, still seeing more of a wintry mix across the southeast, more likely freezing rain mixed with some of that snow. As we push through about the noon hour, still seeing most of our moisture move through. So I think for the majority of us, most of our precipitation will be 6 a.m. through noon tomorrow. Again, this is a quick moving system. As we progress through the afternoon hours, some of the snow may start to, or may stick around and some of the freezing rain to the southeast. Some models hold it back a little longer than this one, but we'll generally see a trend of decreasing chances of moisture as we progress through the afternoon. By the afternoon, you should see lots of sunshine out west. We may even sneak some sun in around the Tri-Cities towards the middle to the end of the afternoon hours. And by Saturday night, this should all be out of here. So snowfall totals, what are we talking? Now, again, as I said, we're looking at kind of a midnight to 6 p.m. range. That's an 18-hour time frame. That said, most of you will not even deal with precipitation for 12 hours of that. It's going to be somewhere in that stretch, though, depending on where you live. But we'll be looking at likely the heaviest snow with the system to the north and west of the Tri-Cities. Kind of thinking a 3 to 6 inch range right now for places like Ord and Albion, O'Neill, Broken Bow, North Platte, Thedford, Ainsworth. 3 to 6 inches. Maybe locally as much as 8 inches, not 10 inches, but 8 inches. A lot of this hinges on the speed of the storm system. Like I said, it's a fairly quick mover. That's the good news. Tri-Cities area, this model has an inch or so. I'm going to go with 1 to 3 inches. But we could certainly be closer to that lower end of 1 inch. And then to the southeast of there, 0 to 3 inches with more icing, more freezing rain in those locations. I will tell you that many forecast models have lowered on totals, and this is why this one, this map that you're seeing here, a little lower of totals than maybe what you saw with some of the forecast maps from yesterday. If you were watching Tim last night, maybe they were going a little bit higher. Forecast models here over the last 12 hours or so have been backing off because of the speed of the system moving it through a little bit quicker. That's the good news, though. But again, those areas to the north and west will be digging out more compared to those farther to the southeast. So everybody, almost everybody in the viewing area under a winter weather advisory for different time frames. Again, starting this evening out west, 6 o'clock start out towards the west. Although really, I don't even think they really need to start some of those until midnight tonight. But again, I'd say to the north and west of the Tri-Cities, 3 to 7 inches. Southeast of the Tri-Cities, 0 to 3 inches, plus a little more icing across the southeast as well. And then these will kind of wrap up during the day tomorrow, starting at noon out west, 6 p.m. in the central part of the state, and towards the east as well, I think kind of wrapping up towards 6 o'clock or so. Also, winter storm watch in the northeast. They haven't decided whether or not to issue a winter storm warning or an advisory yet. So we'll see what happens with that upgrade later on today. As we kind of look at things for the next couple of days beyond, we'll go quiet after this for Sunday. Sunday looking like a quiet day. We'll melt off some snow, getting close to 40. Although those areas with deeper snowpack after the system, again to the north and west, you're going to see colder conditions. And those with very little snow on the ground will see warmer conditions to the southeast. And the Tri-Cities probably playing the middle game around 40 degrees. Closer to 50 on Monday should be the nicest day for the early parts of next week here. A little cooler on Tuesday behind as we get some cooler air that starts to work its way in. And then eventually a chance of rain and snow moves in for Wednesday. This one doesn't look to be a significant system moving through here. It should be another quick mover. Temperatures in the 30s. And then for that first day of March on Thursday, and that is the first day of meteorological spring, back to around 40 degrees. There are signs that we may try to warm it up as we get towards the very end of next week, especially kind of pointing towards next Saturday. First Saturday of March as being potentially a pretty nice day here, although still 9 days away. So we'll kind of get that figured out as we get a little bit closer. So again, kind of a long forecast, but hopefully I kind of covered it all for you. So hope it is pretty understandable for you to get, again, not a major winter storm, but could have some impacts, especially with slick conditions in many locations. So there you go. There's your forecast for today. Until next time, I'm meteorologist Travis Klineski. Hope you all have a great weekend, and God bless.